So, Viki, let's begin with you, if you would. You know a lot of the big reforms in New Mexico, but I hope you'll also share with us Common Cause strategies around the country and how folks can plug into that, who you're collaborating with, what comes next, if you would. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me, Jeff. It's always a pleasure to come to these things and see so many of our people doing the work. I mean, we've heard it over and over again, but we are never going to change our system, no matter what issue you really care about, if the people aren't involved. And, you know, it's not an accident that it's difficult for people to be involved, you know? I start to get a little conspiracy theorist, but there's a reason why it's difficult for us to fill this room with 3 times as many people. And I think it's really important. One of the things that we are very intentional about at Common Cause, especially the work that I do in New Mexico, is to make sure we bring people to the table in the beginning. We don't get in our wonky policy attorney brains and create policy and then go and try to get our partner organizations on the ground to support it, because it doesn't work that way. I mean, I like to say, you know, we worked in Albuquerque to fix our public financing system. We've had a great system since 2005. And of course, after the free enterprise case, we wanted to fix it. So everybody, you know, the newest thing was the 4-to-1 match, the 6-to-1. Hell, Denver wanted to do 12-to-1 at one point, which would have killed the rest of us. And we worked on that for a few years. And our partners who did work with immigration communities, with women, with children, with education, they went out and canvassed on this issue because Seattle had just passed their awesome new democracy voucher program. And so we're like, wonder what the people think. Let's really talk about this. After 3 months of canvassing on doors, not registered voters' doors, just everybody's doors, it was 9-to-1 in support of our democracy dollars versus a 4-to-1 match. And when you're in your policy head, you're going, well, $100 isn't that much. We heard from the people on the doors, we wouldn't give them 15 cents. I mean, you could not give me, I mean, it's hard for me to give them $5 to qualify for public financing. And so I think it's just really important to listen to people, get into the community, find out what they want. It can be very frustrating because we've got courts who have basically struck down a lot of what we want to do. I mean, I came into this work after Citizens United, and everybody cries about Citizens United, but I've had a lot of attorneys say things weren't exactly rosy, Viki, the day before Citizens United. And so I think it's important for us when we do the contest around the 28th Amendment, when we look at these things, is to quit being restricted by what the courts are saying right now. I'm telling you, one of the most exciting conversations I ever have is around spending limits. And I mean, it's been years since we've been able to do that, but people love that idea. People want short elections. You know, I mean, I hear it every single day. Oh my God, Viki, can you please make elections 1 month long? I mean, I just can't take another. And so I think it's important to work on a variety of issues. Common Cause across the country, we work on ethics, media and democracy, net neutrality, public financing, redistricting, lobby reform, disclosure. There is always something to be done. And so just don't work on one issue. It's going to take a variety of issues to get us where we want to go. There's no magic panacea. It's going to take it all, and it's going to take all of us connecting with people in different ways. You know, back in the day, people used to call it the shotgun approach, which is, I need a new name for it, obviously, in 2018. But it's not because you do it all because you don't know what's going to work. That's really bad thinking. You do it all because it's all necessary to win. There's no one way to do it. And so I just encourage people, reach out, talk to your business community, talk to your religious leaders, talk to all of your nonprofit partners, and have a multi-pronged approach. There's a great woman, if anybody's here from North Carolina, Melissa Price Crom, who works on judicial issues, and she always says, you need the shakers and the bakers. Have a shaker and a baker and get the work done. Thank you, Jeff.
Great. Thank you, Viki.